Such a nice guy for a Hawthorn supporter. Thank you everyone for coming out today. As Limo said, today begins a series of hundreds and thousands of events that will reverberate around the globe like a big Mexican wave, culminating in New York in the biggest ever march about climate change in 14 hours' time. And this global outpouring of hope and expectation reflects a really real sense that finally, maybe, things are moving in the right direction on this issue. Led by the United States and China, real work is underway to give the Earth every possible chance of an ambitious global agreement being struck in Paris next year. But here in Australia, there's more reason to feel pessimistic than hopeful, because over the last 12 months, because of actions in Canberra, we no longer have a cap on our carbon pollution. We no longer have binding targets to reduce our pollution levels by 2020 or 2050. We've withdrawn from the Green Climate Fund, a fund for rich countries to help the poorest nations adapt to climate change. And we've seen the most ruthless and brutal ambush of our renewable energy target, despite Tony Abbott's promise to keep it in place at the last election. Now, the Prime Minister's own hand-picked panel reviewing the renewable energy target found that it had attracted billions of dollars of investment, created thousands of jobs, driven down our carbon pollution and kept power prices low, but still recommended that we abolish it. Well, this event serves as a timely reminder, friends, that the real power in Australia doesn't rest with the Prime Minister or his hand-picked panel. It lies with the Australian people. Now, well-known newspapers, notorious commentators will try to get us to focus on the debate about the science, because they know that doing that serves as an excuse for doing nothing else. But the science is clear. The impacts of climate change are already apparent, and the time is now ripe for Australia's leaders and for Australia's citizens to start to discuss what we're going to do about it. And I say to you that that path is clear. We need a legal limit on carbon pollution that reduces over time, not a dressed-up slush fund with a fancy name. We need to grasp the enormous opportunities of a clean energy future through an ambitious renewable energy target rather than falling back on the past. And as the largest polluter per head of population in the OECD, we must be an active, constructive member of the global climate agenda. Now on that topic, Tony Abbott won't be attending the Global Climate Summit in New York this week, in spite of being in that city only a matter of hours later. He says he's too busy. Now, the last time I looked, Barack Obama was a pretty busy guy. David Cameron has been pretty busy lately. President Yudhoyono in Indonesia, he's pretty busy as well, as are all of the 120 national leaders who are bothering to turn up to talk about climate change. Well, I accept, Tony Abbott, that you're a busy man, but this is about priorities. And you turning up today, you marching today, reminds the government, reminds the Parliament that climate change must be a priority for Australia. Thank you very much for turning up. Thank you for marching.
Thank you, Mark Butler.